again, match preview. This week, hopefully, we're going to see Boro pick up some points in our next game. Our next port of call is Bolton and the Macron Staduim. Bolton, club in crisis. We thought we were having problems. They've got massive problems off the pitch. But it's a game. Are you expecting to win, AJ?
No. No. 1-0. Probably to Bolton. So let's be honest. I'm not confident. I know the last 5 games they've lost 3 and won 2. But even at home, I mean, they are conceding. But the scary thing is, he's actually know how to score a goal.
Yeah.
Whereas we don't really know how to score a goal in the last 6, apart from George Saville volleying it in the last minute when we're already 3-0 down. So that didn't really stand for anything, but decent goal anyway. This time we will take it. But nah, the reason why I'm so flat is because it's how Tony Pulis and the players have made me. Let's be real, he sucked all the positivity out of the club. Yeah,
that's a fair point. And like we alluded to earlier there, Josh, things at Bolton, they've got Ken Anderson who's in charge of the club there as chairman, trying to sell a club. They owe 1.2 million in tax, which they've got a stay of execution at the High Court the first week in May now, so they can finish off the season, the fixtures. But that's not a great situation to be in when you've got players that are not getting paid and they're not training. Staff at the club, I think there's about 120 staff at the club that could lose their jobs. Yet, like you say, we're going there with very little confidence that we're going to get a win tomorrow, but them players and that club, the amount of negativity that must be around there, it must be frightening, mustn't it?
Oh yeah, it's going to be scary to walk into like your workplace and just feel that you're not going anywhere. And you know, we'll go there tomorrow, and I can tell you now, Bolton are going to put on an impressive display because they've got nothing else to play for. You know what I mean? We're going there. We're a team that wanted playoffs, but we feel like we're battling relegation. Never mind a chance to get into the playoffs to play in the big league again. And I'm with AJ. I feel that Bolton are just going to beat us tomorrow 1-0.
Right.
And, you know, it's going to be 7 games on a bounce. And then we'll go to Hull.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that later on, in the Hull preview. But tomorrow, obviously, Bolton will come up against a fair few ex-Boro players. You've got David Wheater, Andrew Taylor.
Amiobi.
Yeah,
on loan
Sammy Amiobi, Gary O'Neill. So there's plenty of ex-Boro players there, plenty of old connections. Who for you? Does anyone stand out for Bolton?
I say Amiobi's a decent player. Their top goal scorer. Listen, I can't pronounce the guy's name, so I won't even try and pronounce it. Beavers is decent when he wants to be. Amiobi's obviously one of their main targets. He's got the pace, he's got the flair. And of course, I think he's got about 4 or 5 goals a season. But you know what I mean? You have to watch out for them, especially. I remember we did them 2-1. They scored like the last 5 minutes. What we did, we were like, well, no one's seen that one coming.
Yeah.
Bolton's always been sort of like a tough place for us to go until like last season.
Last season we won 3-0.
But apart from that one,
show,
really, it's been a tough place for us to go. So you look at it and you just think, well, it's going to go 1 or 2 ways tomorrow night. We're either going to go there, defend, and they're going to come at us and score. Because we all know what happens when Boro go 1-0 down.
Yeah.
The guy looks at the floor and runs out of ideas.
Yeah.
So we've all seen it in the last 6 games. So the worst thing that can happen tomorrow night is that we get beat 7 games in a row because no one will turn up at the Riverside on Saturday. That's just fact.
Yeah.
You get 10,000, 12,000 at a push. If you win tomorrow, that might extend to 15. But even then, people still aren't going to be over the moon, are they? You know what I mean?
I get that.
It's one of them where tomorrow night, really, we have to win. We have to win.
What would you like to see the team do tomorrow night? What would sort of get you a little bit more like thinking, well, do you know what? I can handle that. I can accept that. What would you like to see them? How would you like to see them approach the game, Josh?
I'd like to see them come out the blocks straight away.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the performance we played against Sheffield United when we won 3-0 at Riverside. I'd love to see that Boro because that was a Boro that, as soon as that whistle went, we were attacking, we were playing great passing football, and not one of their players could get a touch of the ball because we were always pressuring them. And if we see that tomorrow, it might give us a bit more hope as a club and fans.
Yeah.
But we know we're going to just get defensive football, like AJ says, and we're going to get long balls, we're going to get long throws. And then the second half, we're going to come out, and we're not going to be the same Boro. We're going to be a completely different team.
I mean, in all likelihood, we've lost 6 in a row, but you're playing against a side that's struggled all season. They've got a lot of problems on and off the field. If you don't pick up points tomorrow night, you start to wonder where are you going to pick up points for the rest of the season, don't you?
It gets no easier. You know, after tomorrow night, you look at it and you think, well, that's got to be 3 points. But you look at the whole Forest away, even Rotherham away, Reading at home. Them little teams, they're all fighting down the bottom.
Something to play for, yeah.
And the same as Bolton. Bolton's still trying to get out 23rd.
Yeah,
So you're looking and you think, do you know what I mean? You can't take any sort of team for granted, and especially the teams down there.
Yeah.
The Rotherham, the Readings and the Bolton. So all we have to do tomorrow is go and do our job. But of course, we've said it all season, look what's happened to us.
Yeah, fair point. Before we get predictions for the score tomorrow night and what's going to happen, any happy memories from previous visits to Bolton?
Won my bet last year, won 102 quid. And the betting shot on the Monday, I had Brits on Bologna to score first, Boro Fan TV.
Very good.
£2, 102 quid back, bought a pound more. That's probably about the started on the slope for me. Because that £102 bought about 20 of them for me, like. And then I went there once, we got beat 2-0. Bruno and Gotti scored.
Right,
Remember that one?
back
Remember
Premier
that one?
League days, yeah.
It scored
I think
right
it was
inside,
quite early in the season, wasn't it?
right through the away end, he scored the header. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
How about you, Josh? Been to Bolton before?
Yeah, I've been a few times. Always go near a time to my birthday.
Right.
And we've won each time I've been there. So I remember when Jordan Rhodes scored the late last-minute header from a Nugent chip.
Yeah.
And
Limbs
then
everywhere.
Adama Traore show.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic away day, and I knew that was like promotion day for us.
Yeah.
You know, I lost my voice. I go out and go celebrate because the Borough have put on a fantastic performance. And, you know, I miss them days where we could go to the teams like Bolton and feel like, you know, we're going to win today.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, do you know what, Bolton are going to beat us. And that's how I feel.
Hopefully those good days aren't too far away. Borough fans in the future, fingers crossed. But before we do our predictions, you feeling optimistic for tomorrow?
No.
No.
How can you be though? I don't see how anyone can feel positive. Of course, everyone will say that we do feel positive, but
6 games on the bounce now, isn't it?
to lose 6 games in a row, which we haven't seen since 2000,
Yeah.
that's the
It's
reason,
not good, is it?
That's the reason why we're only taking 600 and not 1,600.
That's a fair point. I mean, I don't think I've ever been to Bolton away before and so few Borough fans go. It's a decent away day. It's not far away. For less than 700 tickets to be sold, that's amazing, that, isn't it?
It really is. Just, I mean, that is so bad. And it's not bad on the Borough side, obviously not bad on the fans. It's bad on the club, it's bad on the players' performances.
Yeah. So with that in mind, score prediction tomorrow night, mate?
I don't see us winning. I see them beating us 1-0.
Right, okay. Josh?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as AJ. I just see a 1-0 Bolton.
Right. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, so we finally stop the rot. I hope we're all wrong. I hope we're going to come away with 3 points.
Hopefully.
It might not be enough to rescue our season in terms of getting a playoff place, but just to get a little bit of pride back into the club. And
I hope so, mate.
It is holding our heads up a bit higher, isn't it? You know,
I mean,
it's been a desperate
a win will be
month.
nice, but I don't think it'll fill us all with great confidence. I think it'll just be like, we've won. Yeah, let's move on now to Hull. Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed, Borough fans. We'll see you next time for the Hull preview. Hopefully we're talking after Borough have got 3 points at Bolton. Until then, see you all later and up the Borough.